He's been looking up to me since I left his father when he was 3. He's the purpose why I'm here.
I just had a fun conversation with Kayla Chamberlin. Kayla talked about the closeness that she has with her family and her son Elijah, who is the inspiration in her life. I think you're going to really enjoy hearing from Kayla Chamberlin. Today, my guest is Kayla Chamberlin. Kayla, welcome to Our People, Our Purpose.
Hello.
Hello. Excited to have you here.
Excited too.
All right, coming to you from our Turners Falls, Massachusetts plant.
Yep.
So what is it that you do for C&G and how long have you worked here?
I'm an extrusion tech 4 and I've been here almost 2 years.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Like that is a lot of progression in 2 years.
Yeah.
How were you able to do that?
I got to extrusion 4 within a little over a year, and I just worked hard. Had to.
Yeah.
Catch up with everybody. And
So did it come easy to you? Are you like a natural around this kind of thing, or?
I'm usually a visual and hands-on learner, and this place that's how you learn.
Yep.
You kind of get put into the chaos and you learn to
Yeah.
keep up with it.
Cool. So you like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Good. And the days go fast, even though they're long days, or?
There's days that are a little longer, but most days fly by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your life outside of work.
I am a mom to as of tomorrow, 13-year-old
Ooh,
boy.
tomorrow
So-
is his birthday.
Yep.
What's his name?
His name is Elijah.
Elijah.
Yep. His nickname is Goober.
Okay.
It's
Goober.
been that
Goober.
since birth.
All right. Does
But-
he like Goober as a nickname?
Oh, yeah. He introduces him. Well, his first day of kindergarten, he introduced himself to his teacher as Goober. So
That's That's cute.
yeah. So
Mhm.
he's been looking up to me since I left his father when he was 3.
Yeah.
He's the purpose why I'm here.
He's your why.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a why. You know,
Yeah.
what gets you out of bed, what motivates you, what gives you purpose in your life. And
Yep.
and Goober, you're it.
Oh,
So
yes, he is.
you should be very proud of your mom, because I can tell she's very proud of you.
Very proud of him.
That's
He's
awesome.
overcome a lot.
Yeah. So he's your only child, 13.
Only child.
Yep. And
And I have 2 bonus kids.
okay.
My fiance has 2 kids as well. His daughter just turned 13.
Oh.
And then my son turns 13, and then his son will be 13 in June.
No.
So we have
way.
all 3. It's like triplets.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
For a month out of the year, they're all the exact same age.
Wow. Now, do they get along?
Yep. They all get along.
Okay. They go to the same school?
Nope. His 2 kids go out to school out east, and my son goes to Orange.
Okay. Now, what are the boys' names?
Trevor, and his daughter's name is Angie.
Daughter.
Yeah.
So Angie, Trevor, Elijah.
Yep.
All right. Or Goober,
Yep.
also known as. All right. Awesome. So they don't live together then,
No, we
because
have
they go to school in different places.
yeah, we have his kids every other weekend, and then we do a lot of stuff with them
Okay.
on vacations and stuff like that.
What do you do with 13-year-olds? What do 13-year-olds like to do?
It's chaos. Just trying
Yeah.
to keep up with them and their lingo and their
Yep,
everything nowadays. All the language is different.
it is.
So
And-
trying to keep up with that is a whole nother mission.
And then the the devices, whether it's phones, whatever,
Yeah.
device they're on, and how do you manage all that?
When he gets home from school, he has about 45 minutes to play on the PlayStation, phone, Switch, whatever, and then hit all the internet in the house gets shut off till about 6.
And you can do that a lot remotely.
Yep, I can do it right from my phone.
That is so cool.
Yep.
And so then he does his homework.
He does his homework, he does chores if there needs to be, and then he finds other stuff to do around the house, hang out with the dog, play with the dog. And then when I get home, it turns back on automatically around 6.
Mom's home,
Yep.
but for a different reason. The yay.
Yeah.
Right? All right. And so what else what do you like to do for fun?
I like to go to the beach. My favorite place in the world is sitting next to the beach, listening to the waves.
Ah, I like that too. Out of the sun or in the sun?
In the sun. I
Yeah?
like to soak up all the sun.
Good for you. So I'm so fair. I can't stay out there very long, but
Yeah.
I envy people who can. But I love the sound of the ocean waves. It's so
My
relaxing.
favorite.
Yeah.
I grew up going to Maine a lot, or Gloucester, Mass.
Yep.
It's above Boston, about an hour above Boston.
Yeah, I know Gloucester, Mass, because I used to say Gloucester.
Yeah.
It's if you just look at it, that's how it looks like it's pronounced.
Yep.
And Gloucester is an extrusion line brand. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah. So when you just spent time in Maine, or you said grew up in Maine?
I have family in Maine.
Family in Maine.
I was there a lot. We out of Portland. I don't know if you know like Peaks Island and everything. It's about an hour and a half boat ride off of Portland.
Wow,
And
that's remote.
That's where I would spend about 2 weeks during the summer. Even during the winter, we would go out there and hang out with my family out there.
So that's where the love of the water probably came from.
Yep.
Memories of what do you do in a place like that? Like what do you do for fun?
On that kind of island, there was bunkers. You could explore the bunkers. You could walk around the whole island.
Uh-huh.
Within, I think, a couple hours, you could walk the whole island.
Okay.
Watch all the lobster boats, the lobstermen coming in and out. And then there's like a little town area where there's a couple shops.
Really?
And a grocery store.
Because
not a very
people
cheap
live
grocery
out there.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But
so they probably only bring like groceries in on some schedule, right? Because they got to come in from the mainland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were the bunkers built for?
World War II, World War One, I think, one of them.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember exactly which one, but you can walk right through them. There's a couple houses built on them, and they use the bunker as a garage.
Yep.
Which is pretty neat.
Yeah. So. That's cool. So you still are able to go and do this, or?
Yep.
Yeah. So how often?
I haven't been there in a couple years, but I'm trying to convince the fiance to go up there.
So how long have you been engaged?
Since February.
Do you have a date set?
Not yet. We've been together almost 7 years, so we're not in a rush, obviously.
Yeah. Yep. How'd you guys meet?
Through Tinder.
Ooh.
Yep.
Wow. All right. 7-year relationship.
Yep.
That's good.
We were just on Tinder just to see what was.
Yeah.
Then
check it out.
Yep. And we're going on 7 years.
That's amazing. I love it. What's his name?
Anthony Holbrook.
Anthony. All right. Yep. Doesn't go by Tony?
He goes by Tony.
Tony. Okay. All right. Cool. So what are some of the things that you guys like to do other than go to the beach?
Take the kids on vacation. We've gone to Orlando with them. We went to Universal Studios.
Did you go to Disney?
No, not yet. That's one of the trips coming up. We went to Islands of Adventure, and last year we went to Tennessee. And then this year it was just me and my fiance, ourselves. We went on our first vacation alone.
Nice.
But we went down to Orlando a week before the hurricane hit, which the week the hurricane hit, we were supposed to go that week, but we changed it.
I'm glad you didn't go that week.
Yeah, that was nerve-wracking.
I bet. Yeah.
But
did you fly down there?
Yep.
Yeah. It's probably not too far from here, a couple hours.
Yeah, to Bradley, it's about an hour and a half.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So tell me about growing up, as a little girl. Like what was your life like as a little girl?
I actually grew up in Turner's.
Really?
Yep. I was born in Vermont.
Uh-huh.
And I lived in Westmoreland, New Hampshire until I was about 2. And I moved to Montague Center. And then to Turner's when I was 5. And I've been there since. And then I moved to Orange, Mass, about 3 years ago.
Do you have siblings?
Nope. Only child.
Only child.
Yep.
Close with your parents?
Oh, yeah. I see them almost every day.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's amazing.
They still live in the same house.
And so you're like walkable distance to where they are?
From where I live now to them, it's about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. So then they're there to help out with Elijah.
Yep.
And do they call him Goober?
Oh, yeah. That's the only thing they call him.
So, do you have a particular memory as being a little girl growing up that, favorite memories of things you used to do, or
I used to go trucking with my grandfather.
what does that mean?
I used to sit in the cab of the big rig while he
Oh,
delivered gasoline and oil and
uh-huh.
everything. We used to go over to Albany, New York, pick it up, bring it to all the terminals around here. And he actually drove for the company that delivers the resin here. And he was the owner operator of his own company, Bon John Transport.
Wow.
So I spent
That's
a lot of time
amazing.
with him.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you if there was someone that, really inspired you when you were young or had a big impact on you.
It was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have a close relationship with him.
He passed away 3 years ago.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
He was my person.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's hard.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's so cool, though, that you had the opportunity to spend so much time with him when you were younger.
And my son does the same thing with my father.
Aw,
So
that is
they
so cute.
it's like passing the tradition
Oh, that is
on.
so sweet. I love that. Yeah, that would make your grandpa proud too.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
is. I can tell.
Uh, okay. Uh, yeah, well, because he and Rod, right, with their, I have a grandson who is just turned 10, and my husband races cars, and Grant loves racing cars too. So he's
Oh,
involved with everything, that my husband does, his grandpa does.
oh, that's
And
awesome.
and then my son-in-law also races cars. So it's sort of a same kind of tradition, where the boys all do this.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else do you like to do? You mentioned you like to cook? Like, tell me
Yeah,
about that.
I like baking better
Baking.
than
All
more
right.
than cooking,
Yep.
but baking I'm always baking something. Like tonight I think I'm going to start a chocolate cake for my son's birthday tomorrow.
Okay.
But that's everything. Like I keep asking the guys what they want me to bring in. Every time I make something, my boyfriend's like, or fiance, he's just like, "Are you bringing it for home? Or are you making it for work?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, most of it's going to work."
So what's the favorite for your shift? What do they like?
The butterscotchies, it's
Ah.
or oatmeal scotchies,
Yep.
as a lot of people call them, or the I brought in yesterday brown butter chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Now
those were gone by 7.
how do you make brown butter? Like, what's the difference between brown butter chocolate chip cookies and just regular chocolate chip cookies?
You just brown the butter in a saucepan.
Oh.
Like you basically almost burn it, and it gives it like a caramel taste.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's a
pretty.
great
That was the
tip.
first time I ever made it was Sunday, so I'm like,
Wow.
oh, this is different.
Did you like them better?
Yeah, it gives them a distinct
Yeah.
taste.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good, and the dough is more like a pillow feeling. It's squishier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But like, do you like them like kind of more flattish or do you like them more puffed up?
I like puffed up,
Oh, see, I
chunky
like them real
cookies.
flat. Flat. Yeah. So, you said you're more of a baker than a chef or a cook. Baking requires more precision. That's why I'm not a very good baker
Yeah,
because I like to just be creative and throw things in and not measure anything. So you must be the kind of person that measures it out and no?
a lot of the time I don't. I just kind of throw it
Oh,
together. Like just I use the measuring cups, but I don't level them out or
yeah.
anything. I just
Yep.
scoop and go.
Yep. And then temperatures in the oven are critical and,
Yeah.
all those kind of things.
The only thing I haven't gotten down is sugar cookies and banana bread. For
Mm,
some reason, banana bread I cannot cook.
yeah. Well, it's like when you see the bananas on the counter and they're all brown, the
Yeah.
only thing you think about is, oh, I could make banana bread with
Yeah.
these bananas, right?
Yeah.
Because what else are you going to do but throw them away?
Exactly.
But then it's like, I don't feel like making a banana bread. So I usually just throw them away.
Yeah, I do the timing, everything, and it's still runny in the middle every time.
Hmm.
I'm like, I give up.
Do you follow different recipes?
No, the same. I try to put it in longer, try to put more flour.
No, but I mean, like like a totally different recipe, like how you can Google different
Yeah, I've
recipes
tried a couple different.
and they both turn out
Yeah,
undone
I
in the
just
middle.
not very good at banana bread.
Oh, huh. All right. Um, have any vacations planned in the future?
Not yet.
Okay.
Where I want to go to New Orleans next.
Oh,
That's my favorite. I've always wanted to go.
why? What do you think it's going to be like, or what
Just
draws you there?
the culture,
Yeah.
just the kind of spooky
Oh,
culture.
yeah.
Like,
Do you like this time of year, Halloween?
yeah,
What tell me about that?
I've always celebrated my goal. I keep trying to tell my fiance I want to go to Salem for
Oh,
Halloween,
I know
but
somebody who went to Salem recently. Yeah. So fascination with like the whole
just the spooky. I
the
love horror
spooky.
movies. I love
Yep.
just the spooky weather, everything about it.
Yep.
I don't like the cold, but
No,
I
right.
like the
Well, don't
spooky.
yeah, don't go to Salem in the winter.
No.
No. No. So what's your favorite horror movie or what kind of horror movies do you like?
Me and my son were on the streak of watching Screams, all the Scream movies
Oh,
right now.
okay. Okay.
He wants to stick with that level. And I'm like, all right, but
What do you mean that level?
like that level of scare, it's not really
Oh,
scary, but
yeah, I'm on
I'm
his page. I'm on his page. I mean that might even be too much level of scare for me.
I'm more on like the Conjuring and
Oh.
like
So like The
stuff like
Exorcist? Did you
yeah,
like The Exorcist
stuff
or
like that.
yeah.
And he just sees the previews of it and he's like,
Nope.
"No."
Nope. Well, Goober, I'm with you.
Yeah. We watched the movie Smile a couple weeks ago.
I don't know about that one.
It's creepy. And my brother-in-law mentioned it to me. And I was just like, "Oh, it can't be that bad. Can't be that scary." Both me and my son were on the couch like
No,
curled
you?
up. Yep.
You, Kayla,
It
with
was
the
creepy.
Queen of Horror? You, oh my gosh.
The second one actually just came out in theaters. And my son's like, "No, I'm not going to see it." I'm like, "But we have
Ah,
to."
oh, wow. Do you have any traditions for Halloween? Do you make the
Um,
house look spooky and scary?
yep, we always go to my parents' house and
Okay.
their house is always decorated. This is actually the first year they're not doing Halloween.
Oh.
My dad has to work and my mom works nights that night. So
Mm.
they're not going to be doing it this year.
When you say doing it, you mean handing out the candy?
Handing out
Okay,
candy.
so are you gonna do it?
I'm going to be walking around with my son, but
Ah, okay. Yeah. What's he dressing up as?
he is going as Jason.
Jason.
I forgot his last name.
Uh,
But Voorhees. Yeah. Voorhees.
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 From what?
Friday the 13th.
Okay. I gotta get caught up on my horror movies. Okay.
And my boyfriend is going as the same thing, just in his mechanic outfit with the mask. That's
Okay.
been
And
his
you, what are you gonna go as?
CNG worker. Because I worked that
Oh,
day.
perfect. Perfect. Yeah, don't wear all black though.
No.
It won't be safe. You got to put a reflective vest on or something.
Yeah.
Well, I love the fact that you live here near your parents and they're in your life. I'm very jealous of that because I have one daughter in LA and I have one daughter in New York and I live in
Wow.
Chicago and whenever I hear about that, where you're close with your family, it's great. I mean, that's something you know you should really appreciate, and not take for granted because that's
No,
awesome.
I do. I'm always thankful for them.
Yeah, that's
They've
cool.
always been there for everything. So
That's cool. All right. Well, Kayla, I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask me a question. Do you have anything you want to ask me or know about?
what drove you to manufacturing?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I grew up in a family of 10 kids, and, we were definitely, on the bottom economically. And my dad had a debilitating injury, quit working when I was like around 10. So my mom had to go to work in a factory and to make ends meet for the family. And I remember her telling me there were no women that worked in the office. And in my little girl mind, I was like, well, I'm going to do that then. Because I was all, grew up with a lot of brothers and I was always very much like wanting to things to be equal, like if a guy can do it, I can do it too. And so that was my initial reason why I went into manufacturing. And then when I started, I put myself through college. I started working jobs from the age of 6, basically, earning my own money. And when I started working in manufacturing, I did all the different things. Like I was, a materials planner, quality engineer, plant supervisor, plant manager, worked my way up.
Wow.
Um, and eventually, became like a general manager of a business. And then I've been the CEO of this company for the last 14 years.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt walking in here being the only female. Like,
Yes.
okay, I
Yes.
have to prove everybody wrong here.
Right. Exactly. And you know what motivates me is when somebody says you can't do something.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
be like, I don't say anything. It's just inside. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's your opinion.
I just kind of grin at them.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh,
That's
you
what I
can't
do
do
too.
that."
Like, oh, okay. I'll show you then.
Yeah.
Right. Right. All right. Well, Kayla, you inspire me.
Thank you.
You really do. Thank you for being my guest.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.